Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if anybody has any strategies, questions, anything they would like us to film, please email us at sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. We absolutely love filming videos for our fans. This week was kind of a dry week. We didn't get any emails from anybody. And as usual, we want to give our shout out of appreciation to our patrons. We appreciate very much all those tips and support. Just going to go towards making the channel better. We really want to be able to add roulette into the channel at some point. And I hope you guys are enjoying those exclusive videos that we're making for you guys every single week. And if you have any questions or anything you would like on there, please email us on that site. And otherwise, we are going to get right into it. So for today, what is it we're going to cover? I want to go over a strategy that I saw tonight, actually. I just got off work a little bit ago. And I saw a strategy that I made a note of in my head for all of you regressive players out there. It's an interesting strategy that honestly, you guys know I don't like regressive strategies, but as far as regressive strategies go, I like this one. It's not a bad strategy. I like the thought process that goes into it. So, what is it? How does it work? Well, once there is a point, the player, now this is the big spot. This is where the strategy does require a larger bankroll. This player, I believe, bought in for $500, and they go 160 across. Actually, this player may have bought in for $300 now that I'm thinking about it. But they go 160 across, including the point. So, of course, they don't have a pass line bet at all. This player did shoot once. They did a table minimum pass line bet. I believe it was $10 or $15, and that was it. And then as soon as there was a point, they went back to, they still did their 160 across. Pass line bet was basically a placeholder so they could shoot the dice. Now, what is it here that they're doing? Well, they regress. Instead of doing what a lot of regressive strategies do, which is take one or two hits and then regress the entire bet, they regress each individual bet by themselves. They are looking for basically one hit and then regress it down. What I like about this strategy, the reason I like this strategy is it's a strategy that is both targeting the shorter rolls in a way while also looking ahead towards rolls that might last a little bit longer, because the player didn't regress all the way down. Plus, what they're hoping for is they're hoping that every number, of course, rolls. However, it's not going to take them every single number to regress down. Now, if you think about it, a lot of the regression strategies require 1, 2, or 3 hits before they regress down. Depends how large the bet is and what they're regressing to. Basically, they regress down to where the bet is quote-unquote free, which is, of course, silly. I absolutely hate that phrase of house money. You're not using house money. It's your money. Once you have won it, it is your money. You can take it off the table, go cash it in, and go out and buy a pizza, go out and do whatever you want to do with it. Depends how much you won. It is not house money. House money is what's sitting in the bankroll right over here. Anything that has gone to you or is on your bets is your money, not house money. You are gambling with your money. Something you need to understand. Hopefully everybody understands that. So let's look at what this player does. With the 6 and 8, he regresses down to improper bets. Nothing terrible with that plan if you're going to start pressing up after that. So as soon as one of them hits, what he does is he regresses it down to $15. So let's look at this. So let's say the 8 hits. I'm going to pay this one all in red for a reason. Now regress it down to $15. Now, if a 5 or a 9 hits is where he throws in more money, because he goes to the $15 regardless of what the number may be. So, regress down to $15, which means he throws in $5. Okay. Now, keep in mind he started with 160. He went 160 across. Now at this point he has 145. So he's $145 after 3 hits. So at this point, if a 7 out were to come, then he's only down $15 from his initial outlay of going across. So if another number hits, he's now in the positive, even if it's just one of these numbers. Yes, if the same number hits twice or 3 times, then obviously you don't have the $140, $145. You're not up quite so much. But this strategy is kind of geared towards those rolls where it's not the same number coming over and over and over again, but you're actually rolling different numbers. Now, from here, I cannot say what this particular player would do because he was on a very, very cold table. He played for about 30 minutes, and this was about. Now he did have one roll where 4 numbers hit. When it was the 5, the 6, the 8, and the 10. But that was his best roll that he was a part of. So he played for about a half an hour on a $300 buy-in when he's going 160 across. That's not bad. That's not bad at all when you think that his buy-in didn't even cover two of his bets. So I can't say what the player would do moving forward. I can, however, say what I would do moving forward with this particular strategy as other bets would start to hit. So if a 6 were to hit, I would look at making it proper. And how would I look at making it proper? I would look at making it proper by going up to 30. Because we've already pulled back our bet. We pulled back 2 greens. We only started with $30 on it. So we made a profit on the bet regardless once the first hit came. So I would regress it down to, or not regress, once it was regressed down, the next time it hit, I would bring it back up to the original bet, the $30 bet. Still pull a little bit of money, only $2, but I still pull a little bit of money, but that $2 can be used again. Let's say the 6 rolls again. You guys have probably seen this one. We're going to throw that $2 in, and we're going to bring the bet up to 42. Right? We're not going to power press this. If I played this strategy, I would not power press because it's not a power press strategy. A regression strategy means that you're playing a little bit conservative, a lot bit conservative, playing extremely conservative. You're not looking to score a huge win on these absolutely massive, massive, massive rolls. You're looking to get incremental wins, and if you hit that 20 to 30 minute roll, you're going to win a moderate amount of money, enough money likely to color up and go home from there. So we're not going to power press. We always want to collect a little bit of money. You know, going up from 30 to 42 means we pull back a green when we drop in those $2. Now from here, from 42, we would likely go to 60. So we're going to pull back $31. We're going to collect $31. Now we go to 60. Now from 60, there's a couple different things you can do. You could go up to 72. You could go to 90. You can even press it all the way. I personally would go to 90, so I would go to 90 and collect it up. So what about on a 9? Well, on a 9, I would do something similar, again, in that I would collect $11 and bring it right back to its original bet. You can once you've regressed this down, you can bring it right back up to its original bet while still making a profit on that particular roll. So I would bring it right back up to 25. You could go all the way. You could bring it all the way up to 36. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's an awesome progression. But again, this strategy is designed to be a little bit more conservative. So from there, next time it hit, and this applies to the 5 or the 9, either one, bring it up to 35. Next time it hit, I would throw in $1. And I would go up to 50. Basically just swap the bets. From 50, it's a pretty easy progression. You go to 75. From 75, you go to 100 or 125. I might actually go to 125 on that one. Because at a certain point, let's look at the 6 as well. Let's bring the 6 up to 140 or 120. At a certain point with these, I will start power pressing because I have pulled enough, I've collected enough through the middling presses all the way up through that there's absolutely no reason now at this point just to go for it, because you're still going to pull a little bit on a power press, except on this spot right here. This spot right here, when you're at 125 on the 5 or the 9, I personally like to go to 300, which means that I take nothing back. However, I don't throw anything in either. On the 6 or 8, I would go up to 300 and I would actually collect a green. So I'm still collecting a little bit. And from these, you can just do standard presses. You can go from 300, make it a little bit more standard of a bet, and go to 500. So you're going to pull back quite a bit more money. Or you can even press it all the way up to 600. You're still going to collect, still going to pull money back. Same thing with the 6. If you go up to 600 from 300, you're still collecting $50. So you're still collecting some money every single time. So once I have collected a few $100s off of my little individual minor presses going up, there's a certain point where I just go for it. I just go for it and I start pressing strong. That doesn't mean that I don't decide to same bet at some point. Maybe at the $300 mark, I same bet the next time it hits. Or just do another middle and marginal bet. But I'm going to try and bump my bets up real high. I've already collected a few $100s. Now let me see if I can't get a collection of 1,000 at some point. That's going to be my thought process in there. Now, the 4 and 10, same thing. If those hit, the player drops them down to $15. And then from there, again, you can do whatever method of pressing that you prefer. So I hope you guys find this interesting. Again, like I said, I like this strategy. So I hope you guys like it as well. And we appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye now.